you're about, bitch. Take you out there real quick today, if you don't mind. Let me take a couple of ways off. You aren't charging the door though, miss. I ain't going to do that with you, no better. Benjamin, son, how do I get the lead off if I can't get to the dog? There's my boy. I knew him would figure out how to get over here close. Good boy. Chifu. No, Chifu! Son, God, now I see where you're at. Son, quit with your shit. I mean it.
Knows who it is.
Better start walking you on the ass with my shoe when you do it. So what happened? Did it just overheat or something? Oh, okay. That works too. Children, if you do not clear the goddamn path.
I remembered I had a light in the hall lamp in my bedroom.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, I wouldn't sit in that chair.
No, they've been basically taking it for the last hour or so. Maybe a little under it. Been taking me both ways.
Let's see. Thank you.
For a walk.
Delivery is supposed to happen today.
Let's see what first is expecting.
Punisher seasons 1 and 2. It'll take a couple of weeks for me to get to them. Alright, so biscuits.
Yeah, I threw out quite a good number of them. I'll throw out more a little later. Where did I put my? There it is. Alrighty. As long as I'm here.
Did you know that 190 proof is a lot of proof?
And here we go. Welcome back. We are investigating Santo Ileso.
Welcome to Lake Alacran. To learn more about the automotive history of Santo Ileso, visit Go Kart Go in El Dorado. Listen to every panel at both sites to win a prize.
Now for these, what I typically is I just run around the outermost edge, and they're typically in there.
Did you know? Abner Pulley Whitaker was a machinist for the Pacific National Railroad. In 1884, he built a kerosene-fueled, steam-powered, horseless carriage in this very shed.
Okay, this is just one of those really neat plaques. Which I wonder... Oh, that is also cool. Were it not for the Rio Salinas and Lake, this area would most likely have remained unsettled, given the inhospitable Badlands. I cannot make out the rest of that. Despite the desolate look of the Guyana, Badlands are a popular hiking destination and were once the home of many important local species. and then it goes to being, I don't know, not a panel, but neat. Just check to make sure there's nothing in the parking area. Look across the road real quick, and then continue on the circle. You gotta check across the road, because sometimes there will be one hidden in the bushes over there. But I think our next one is right in front of us here. With the other one being there. And I know there's one over where the dock is.
Did you know? Abner Whitaker's horseless carriage exploded on this very spot, nearly ending his life. In 1896, he would establish the Scorpion Automobile Company in Smelterville.
See, these are neat little backlogs that I hope they come back to and have the money to, or come back to eventually and make long-term lore. Let me try that one again. Long-term lore. Because the last 3 games had little stuff like this here and there, hither and thither throughout, but it never really amounted to much of a shit other than little backstory for it.
Lake Alacran has been dry for over 200 years. Boaters, swimmers, and anglers eagerly await the day when its cool, refreshing waters flow once again.
As I was saying, the thing about it is that, for example, in Saints Row the 4th, because Saints Row the 3rd was the one where you open as the bank robber, and by the end of it, spoiler alert for the 4th one, you become the President of the United States, or the head of some special task force that later allows you to become President of the United States. Either way, all the lore about, not Steel City, Smelter City, this game's version of New York and Detroit, all of that lore was basically pointless because, depending on what you choose at the end of the 4th game, the city might not even exist anymore. Beyond that, and the way those roll down, it also has the sustaining effect of just that. I know I saw the other sign up here somewhere. But the 4th one had Zinyak, the evil alien overlord, and as its lore dump, you could collect his little backstory as well as a little backstory on all the characters. Which was, again, cool, because I like hearing about the characters' backstory. They appeared one more time on Gat Out of Hell, and then never reappear again. I saw a drug pallet. I did not see the button.
Bingo.
Or did I see the drug pallet and a button? Nope, here's the drug pallet. That's cool and shitty. But we still got one more panel to find. And find it we shall. But like I said, it would just be nice to be able to have a lore dump that actually made something as far as the big series goes. Because it's like, it's cool having backstories. And I'm kind of hoping the next game takes place in their version of maybe the South. I mean, it'd be neat. Maybe do an East Coast version that includes the South and the Okis-Pinocchis swamps and such. It seems like with each of these, they're getting more and more, massive. Because, yeah, some of these feel very repetitive in the sense of, this is an escort mission. This is an... Oh, there's not the sign. Boop.
Did you know? Abner Whitaker tested his horseless carriage on this very site. Reaching speeds of nearly 15 miles per hour, the vehicle rocketed across the lake bed to set a new county record.
Now, as I was saying, it's just one of those, well, for example, when I get not Let's Play or Pretend, but the other one, it's basically going to be stealing cars the same way as I stole the...
Did you know? Abner Pulley
Wrong
Whitaker
button.
was a machinist for the Pacific National Railroad. In 1884,
There's the button. But when I get the, not Let's Pretend, but the Saints company, I'm basically going to be stealing clothing trucks the way I stole the radioactive trucks. There's just going to be more trucks, and I'll have to be more careful, because instead of just losing money, they'll just explode if they get hit too much. So it sort of recycles missions a lot.
Congratulations, you have completed Lake Alacran.
You learn something new every day, I guess.
Okay, now all we gotta do is finish Go Kart Go to get the rest of these. But as I was saying, it's just one of those that I don't know how to settle the score on that one, because a lot of these games have a lot of repetitive features to them. Mostly because, like, it's hard to cram in a million different games. And I would argue you really wouldn't want them to, because several games have tried and they just end up being eh. I don't know which game had the best and first mini games. Kinda hard to tell that one for sure. I want to say it's one like Majora's Mask, or maybe even Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. But it could have been even before that. It's sort of like how you know that Marvel wasn't the first one to do that nod to the screen and go away now, the movie's over. They weren't the first ones to do that. They were, I want to say, further down the list. But they're the ones who are the most famous for it. There's a pallet of rusty bullshit somewhere. And they want a picture of the rusty bullshit. Like I said, half of these missions are just find the bullshit for me. You got, there it is. You got drug pallet pickup.
What a sharp eye you have.
You got this. And then you've got, well, technically I'd argue the tower's one part that, one part wingsuit. But you got the drug pallets, you got the cutting edge, and then you've got about half a dozen other little things that do the find this bullshit somewhere on the map. And then every single one's the same. Just the threat's different. It's this one's Marshall, over there was Idols, over there was Panteros. Or Los Panteros. The Panthers. And it's just, again, they gotta cram so much gameplay in. That thing cost $80 to purchase. It just, you know, at some point it's like, but why? I wish there was a way to, you know. Well, I feel like Saints Row the Third did it right. Was it? It was either the third or the one with Zinyak. I can't quite remember. I want to say it was the third, though, because I want to say it was directly because of STAG, which was a government organization. You'll find out when we play that game. Or if you've played it already, as it is a game that I dare say might almost be 20 years old, if not older. I don't like being years old. But either way, when we play through that, I'll give you all the details on it. But it had a neat feature towards the end where you could basically just do what a gang organization could do in this world. Basically, if I wanted to in that game, I could go to Marshall Tower, slap 4 or 5 million on the table, 4 or 5 billion, whatever the going rate of that company would be in just, hey, I bought you, now get the fuck out of my tower. And you get that entire district. You don't have to do any of the bullshit, just slap and go. Now, you don't have to play that way, and in fact, I think there's a trophy for both sides, either getting it through stag or avoiding using that. But it's nice to have the option, is all I'm saying. Because, I mean, really, this is fun for about an hour. After that hour, it really starts to get like, well, how bad do you want to complete the game and get all the bullshit you need to get? It's like the photo hunt. Photo hunt was neat. I liked it. It was fun. I'm still doing it. It's kind of cute. But the photo hunt, the drug palettes, the cutting edge, and then whatever else it was that had the picture hunting in it is just a little much. Just a little much. But I'm not going to complain too much about it, because I'm guessing somebody really gets a kick out of this side of it. I'm just thinking, if you're going to do this, why not get one of those free apps on your phone that's basically do this, but with a still image. We've got Marshall's jammed, and that's the planet I need to take a picture. See, this is why that part with the Goggins and Fallout, the show, for people who don't get my references, I'm sorry. But for the part with Walter Goggins, the actor, in the Fallout show on Amazon Prime, I laughed way too hard because,
I like the look of this.
It's one of the other untold rules of the Wasteland. That will waste a shit ton of time on unnecessary bullshit. I probably butchered that quote, but it's the general idea. Everything has a mini-quest. Every mini-quest has a mini-quest to a special item connected to that particular quest. And it's just so tedious. Everything knows. I will say this game has that fun feature with the cell phone first part, though. Getting to just call and reach utter havoc for a bit. That was pretty cool. Like I said, this part isn't a deal breaker, it's the reason the game hasn't been beaten yet, because I'm slightly OCD enough not to make mockery of a mental condition, slightly issued enough to where I enjoy doing this for periods of time. I just can't imagine that this is interesting for anyone else. That's a cool little building. Okay, to be on the edge of that one, so shoot for the corner and hit it hard. Worst comes to worst, I miss it, land on the building adjacent to it. I'm gonna miss it, so bring it down. Hit this building and possibly snap the horse feather. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, coming in too hot. I totally meant to do that. Okay. First we'll try to hit that. Now we'll see if the horse feather's light. Oh shit. That's not good. to be done the proper way. That's not freaking frustrating at all. I love doing that. This is much more fun than, you know, shooting things. Honestly, this is still better than my first playthrough.
Alright!
This is still better than my first playthrough when I just sucked at flying completely. Kaiju's wingsuit events were a pain, this was a pain, everything sucked. Then I got better at flying, and this part got a bit better. Still don't care for it all that much, though. And could you imagine doing this in the real world like IRL? The view would be amazing, but the surface would be disgusting. Everything would probably just be nasty to the touch. Everything would be slick and dangerous and just, and then you die. You have enough time to fall and think about dying before hitting the ground and just squish. On the bright side, that squish will happen so quick that you hopefully won't feel it. I don't know. I've never gone squish before. Hard to say for sure. Wouldn't recommend trying it. But, I mean, you'd be lucky to get me in one of these squirrel suits, much less trying to do this stuff. Good at doing that in this game, much less with my bad knees trying to do that in real life. That'd be terrible for me. Okay. How many are left? What's left? Swing up and see. Drown, and more. I don't see any more here. Did we get a call from Fella saying to come check in? Don't see any over here. Technically, you can't fly out to this area. The game sends you back into the city. I'm gonna head back and see if I can do the thing and be done. Unless I'm missing one. I don't think I am. I think I doubled back and hit the one I missed. Looking for any with a little red button on top. Oh, there's still a ton to find for the little sharper image thingy. Technically, Cat isn't going to be fully clear until I do the mini mission in all these little areas. On the bright side, as soon as I finish the cutting edge, I should be done with these wingsuits, and then we can go back to enjoying the driving about, listening to the radio and such. Just at the moment, while I got the pain and gain, why not use it, you know?
That was nimble Jean-Michel Jarre inspired.
Our national conglomerate of radios.
Hell yeah, we got us a trophy. Honestly, once we start doing Red Dead and once we get into the more obscure, like the newer Assassins Creed, and I make fun of America's illiteracy, but once we crack into the newer Assassin's Creeds and the Red Dead and possibly even the Dead Island, we're gonna start getting more trophies.
Hey, Jack. What's up? Just ran the diagnostics. All jammers are present and accounted for.
That'll give us a few more seconds on the clock.
No, don't tell the FCC. I already did my time.
This has good home energy.
Okay, we finished it. Hell yeah, KKTS radio, which is probably gonna be mislabeled because my brain doesn't do labels well. But we got crew outfits, we got a van, and we got a bat. We also got a tower, some XP, and $30,000 in our pocket. And because of what we did, and the incredible amount of annoyance we took getting those signals jammed, now whether it be the police, which is who they're showing here, or Panteros, or Idols, or Marshall, whoever it is will get a little bit of extra time while they're making their phone calls. Basically, we get a bit extra time to pop them off. Also, I don't know if we get the perk or not. I know we got it in the last game. It might make it to where we can call in to basically call the heat off. Okay, we do not have that. Oh well. I'm still happy with what we have, and we have one more business venture down. Now, one of these was a new perk. I am so not getting rid of dual wield because I still haven't gotten to use it yet. Oh, I never re-equipped that after dying. Let's have fun with some dual wield then. I'm gonna stick with the save and throw there because I tend to die more than I need help killing things with my guns. This means dual wielding tiny pistols, dual wielding SMGs, not dual wielding the rifles, because not fair. And sadly not dual wielding axes, although that would be neat as hell looking. But since we got a martial threat right here in our backyard, why not go play with our new toys? And since y'all know my favorite pistol, let's go kill this first group with the pistols. I am a little bit like Batman. Whoop. Let's jettison myself upon the ground a few dozen times. Because that's what he... Why?
I want to take that line down.
Why did it have to be this way?
I'm so good I surprised myself.
One day you'll be as good as me, kids. As he
Saints are in
face
this
plants into the ground.
Take them all down!
Dang this thing.
Get in their flank!
Let's show them how the Saints do it.
Reload! Get back!
Bye-bye.
See, this is what I like, a nice gun to fight.
That all you got?
No stealth needs, no fucking hunting around. Just shoot things. Just boom boom. Oh, right here at friendly fire. Well, I mean, as long as we're here.
Epic fail.
Those saints aren't here to stir up trouble.
Let's see if we've got that Saint's Blade, whatever it is, because I need to kill things rich for the trophy as well, I think. That's cute. I don't see a Saint's Blade. Oh, this is gonna be cute.
What the hell is this?
I'll move this out of the way myself.
Huh. Oh, it's in the alleyway in between the two buildings. That makes sense.
Saving this for later. We can do this. Stay focused.
Those purple-bellied peckerheads.
Panteros needed to leave a long time.
I won't let that slide.
Converge on this location.
Here it is.
Cha-ching.
I'm guessing the other one's somewhere over here. Other two?
Cut this out. I love my wife so much.
Winner, winner.
There it is, I think. Oh, more cinder blocks.
I'll make you pay for that.
Surprise, surprise. You won't disrespect me like that. Down for the count. Finders keepers.
barely felt that!
And that is how we do it. Burning through them marshals. One more threat to do.
This is what I call a good time. Don't come any closer!
Noticia de última hora.
Kick your ass.
They deserve that.
Cover yourself.
The Noticias Star Register.
I won't let that slide!
It doesn't have to be like this.
Feel your hands, you mother scratcher!
Your mess. Make memories. Take pictures to your heart's content. But just leave footprints.
A public service announcement from Shakes the Snake and the Kavanaugh County Park Service.
Out!
Y'all are listening to Tumbleweed Radio on KWPKW 93.3.
Really grinding my gears.
I'm running cover. Oh, you done fucked up now. Need ammo.
Think I will kill you?
Son of a... I'm so good I surprised myself. You're begging for her.
I can go all day.
Should've stayed home with Mama.
Air sick!
Smoke them out!
You think that hurt? Ugh.
I really don't care for Marshall's stupid traps, so. I mean, clearly, yes. Obviously, duh.
They deserve that. Doesn't even hurt.
I'm sure that didn't sound very good in the thing. Yeah, that one's gonna wait a minute, because that just involves finding a stupid police van. So for now, chat, I'm gonna have a quick drink, and I'm gonna fast track it. But before I do that, to plant another venture income, whatever, majigger, I'm gonna go ahead and upload this, so y'all ain't gotta watch all that shit. For now, I'm still digging the crap out of this suit, so I'm thinking we're gonna stick with this suit for now. And I thank y'all so far.